Plan B is an artist initiative from Amsterdam. It was founded in 2006 by my companion Tarja Saraniec. And it was based for a long time in the historic center of Amsterdam. We had a beautiful house on the canals. Basically, we got the space via, and it was our studio. And Tarja decided it would be really nice after art school to start sharing with other people. Also, because once you quit art school, you miss kind of the network and the reflection on your work. So she started inviting a lot of artists, mostly young, offering them a space to do it-yourself exhibitions, and slowly it got bigger and bigger and bigger, and it became quite a serious art space.
How many artists are involved or working with the space?
Well, it's mainly me and Tarja Saraniec who work with the space, and then we invite a lot of other artists, but we also work with designers and musicians. We like to make connections between different fields of the art world. Since 2009 we don't have the space anymore, so we make exhibitions on different locations, like here in Supermarket, but also in Amsterdam and in other cities. We really felt the need to be a bit more nomadic, and actually right now the art climate in Amsterdam is really changing. It's like there's a lot less art spaces than it was before, and we want to go back to the studio space again and to have a fixed gallery again. So we're working on that right now. Yeah.
So how much of your project is funded?
We don't work with funding in general. For example, on an occasion like this, we get some funding, but it's really specific. In general, we were always really self-supportive. Like the space was very cheap, so we didn't have to pay so much for that. And then we could have an opening, and we sell beer, or we sell a bit of work of the artist. And we also had a shop with some publications, and that could fund the next exhibition. That's how we were working. We tried to, because we're artists ourselves, we didn't want to get into this, how do you say, funding work, because it's not what it's about. It's really about making the exhibitions, making the connections in between artists. So we tried to do it really basic. So we had little budgets, but enough to make nice exhibitions every 6-7 weeks. And now it's a bit less frequent. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a sculpture I made. It's about a memory from my youth that I have realized into an installation in Amsterdam, in my studio in Amsterdam.
And it's representative of course, of your life here in Sweden.
Yeah, definitely. It's like a memory of an experience that we shared as youth. With me and my friends were sitting in my hometown, looking at the view. I grew up in a little town in South Sweden where it's quite hilly, and there is this viewpoint over the city where you can look at the sunset and like the motions of the city. It's very nice view and like meditative and romantic.
So your idea with the sculpture is to recreate that.
Yeah, definitely. It's also the whole idea is also like a merge of my fascination for. I have a studio in Amsterdam, in Holland, which is a country that is almost completely artificial built. They reclaim land to create a place where they can live. So then my idea was then I can as well recreate a memory of something that I experienced to share with the Dutch society.
So, but you've actually recreated that space.
Yeah, definitely.
In a real space.
Yeah, the scale model is scale 1/16 of my studio. It's like 9.5 meter long, 5.5 meter tall, and 5 meter wide. And then I kind of recreated the top of this viewpoint, the space where we were sitting and looking at the view. I kind of grabbed that and recreated that into my studio space. And yeah, it was I built it during 1 week, and then it was up for 3 weeks, and I invited people to come and share the experience.